What if you could see your belly actually flatten in just 36 hours? Most people do not realize visceral fat, the dangerous kind wrapped around your organs, responds faster than any other fat when you do this one thing right. And I've seen this work again and again with my clients and myself. So I'm going to break down the 3 stages of how to prepare for this fast, maintain the fast, and break this fast for maximum results, because most people go into this completely winging it and end up failing and not seeing any results. So, how to prepare this fast? So, we essentially want to assist our body in the cleansing process already. So, this fasting process, this 36-hour window, isn't so intense and lots of detox symptoms like migraines and stomach issues and just very, very low energy levels. All right, because when you're fasting, right, your body is finally, it's essentially doing what it does when we're sleeping, but on a higher level, right? Our bodies force us every night to go to sleep so we can stop putting food in our system, so it can finally just process it and break it all down and cleanse out the unnecessary waste it doesn't need. Okay? So we want to assist that process before we even get to that 36-hour window. And the way we do that is for the week before this 36-hour window, 6 to 7 days, we'll say, before this 36-hour window, you want to gradually start weaning down off of the densities. So densities meaning, animal products. They're very, very dense. That's like the top of the ladder of the densest foods, right? And breads, right? Pasta, very dry, floury foods. Okay, it's things like that. And you want to wean off the complexities. So your complexities being foods with lots of big ingredients, right? A big list of ingredients, right? Like snacks and baked goods, okay? And you want to replace those foods with whole foods, right? We're natural beings. Our digestive systems were designed to not only recognize but break down whole, natural, unprocessed foods. All right, you want these minimally processed. So lots of leafy greens, making big, big salads with fresh, non-sweet fruits, fresh vegetables. And I say non-sweet fruits is because you just want to eat not or you just want to eat sweet fruits on its own on an empty stomach. So you want to be eating lots of juicy sweet fruits for breakfast, okay? Filling up on those, like legit have like 10 oranges for breakfast, have a bag of grapes, have a bag of cherries, have 7 pears, have a couple apples, have a banana smoothie, okay? Do not fear the fruit. Do not fear the sugar in the fruit. That fruit comes in a natural package with water content and fiber and minerals and digestive enzymes that allow it to push through your bloodstream in a more efficient and smoother way than just dry processed table sugar that spikes your blood sugar. Okay, so fruit does not spike your blood sugar. It's just the processed dry sugar that can't move as efficiently through your bloodstream and gets stuck in there and rises it. Okay, so you want to eat lots of juicy fruit, and then you want to just look at your steamed vegetables and your steamed roots. So steamed sweet potato, steamed squash, steamed yams, steamed taro, any type of sweet potato squash, all right? You want to look at those as your densities instead of meat, okay? And of course, you have to eat a higher volume of these to get the same amount of calories as meat. So don't be afraid to eat, a good bit, okay? If you're coming off of animal products and lots of processed snacks and microwavable meals, okay? Those microwavable meals have like 10 ingredients, lots of concentrated oils in them that are hard for your body to break down and very caloric dense, all right? So we're coming off of those and we're prioritizing lots of juicy sweet fruit for the first half of the day. Okay, remember, only have those on an empty stomach. Do not pair them with nuts or nut butters. Okay, it's going to cause fermentation within your gut. And then you want to have big steamed vegetables and steamed roots with some salad, some leafy greens, okay? And if you don't know how to make a good salad, and if you feel like you can't enjoy a good salad because salads suck, I highly recommend you download my Light Body Activation Guide. It's free and it will show you how to make an amazing salad with your own homemade sauce or homemade dressing or homemade dip. Okay, there's all the sauces that I use in there that make, fresh veggies like bell peppers and cucumber slices and carrot sticks and celery sticks all taste amazing. Okay, because if you're coming off the standard American diet, processed foods and lots of meats, your taste buds aren't really wired right now to like these, kind of plain foods. But this is our natural diet. Okay, there's nothing out in nature that's cooked or processed, and we're the only species that really cooks our food in lots of oils and frying it and putting loads of salt and this and that on it. And we're the only species that's chronically sick and obese. Okay, I was gonna say overweight and obese at the same time. So we really just want to come back home to nature. What would you be eating if you were outside, right? These houses got us disconnected, but we're outside beings. We're natural beings, okay? Our digestive systems were designed for natural foods, all right? Again, that guide is really going to make this so much easier for you, to give you some ideas of some easy salads you can make. I've got a couple videos too. I've got a video of some plantain salad. All right. So you really just this week before, you want to just prioritize lots of fruit, lots of green salads, and steamed vegetables. Again, use those steamed vegetables as your density, as that fullness, as that satiation that we're all looking for in our food. Um, and eat a surplus of it. Eat a good bit of sweet potatoes. Eat a good bit of steamed broccoli. And I say steam because you don't need oil, and it keeps the enzymes and minerals intact in there. And doing all of this is going to prep your body and kind of cleanse your body of all of this kind of undigested waste showing up as belly fat, because these complex dense foods, again, our body doesn't really recognize. It wasn't designed to know what a pizza is, or like all of these sandwiches. Like, they're very unnatural, right? So these foods have enzymes in them and natural water content called H3O2 that's going to come in and lubricate this undigested waste and start assisting your body in breaking this stuff down, so that when you enter this fast, it's just light work, right? And within this process of cleansing, this stuff has been stuck in you for years, if not decades, showing up as fat. So when this stuff, right, these structured water, these water content foods start coming in and lubricating everything up, you're gonna feel it, right? There's gonna be maybe a little headache, or like there's gonna be a symptom of this. These are toxins in you finally getting released. All right. So by doing this for 6 to 7 days before, you're gonna lighten those detox symptoms during that window. All right. And now, when you get to the day before this 36-hour fast, you want to go high fruit. Fruit is very cleansing, it's very hydrating, okay? And your body utilizes what you ate the day before during that 36-hour fast for your energy, okay? Now, once you've done your 6 to 7 days of just like whole plant foods, lots of salads, lots of big fruit breakfast, okay, and staying off of the animal products and the very dense foods, so your body can get used to no food and just water, right? You're kind of like making it easier for your mental health as well, and your emotional health, to just kind of get used to not having any density, right? For those 36 hours. So when you enter this 36 hours, you did your fruit beforehand, lots of fruit. If you can go all fruit, highly recommend that as well. It's just going to make it easier for you. And then during this cleanse, you want to take it easy, obviously. Well, there's two ways you can do it. For me, I've done a lot of fasts. I've put over 1,000 hours in fasting, water fasting specifically. You can do this while working if you have a job. Okay, I've done that. I will say it makes the time go by easier when you're doing something, but it also requires more energy. So you have to be mentally prepared for that. And it's just one day, you just think, tomorrow I get to eat, right? So there's two ways you can do it. You can go to work and do this, or maybe you can just go out to a trail, right? Just connect with nature, get outside, and you'll start getting some more energy as you're walking, right? It's the same concept of if you're just sitting all day trying to find the willpower to like get up and have energy, you're not going to. You have to awaken the energy within you, and you do that by just getting up and doing stuff, right? So you want to stay occupied during this, and you want to make sure you're not just like binge watching food videos, because it's going to make your brain go crazy, and just like it's not healthy for you, okay? So make sure you're off. So I would just get off social media to begin with. The only thing I will say that's really helpful um, during the fast is to go on, you can watch videos like this or just benefits of fasting on YouTube and Reddit, hearing people's experiences, talking about them going on day 2 or day 3, right? And just, it really humbles you, and just like, this is just a 36-hour fast, right? We're going one day without food, and however years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years old, and I'm just going one day without food after all these 40, 50 years, right? So just to kind of humble yourself and ground yourself that this is, you're gonna be okay, all right? Um, and yeah, just take it easy. You want to go to sleep that night pretty early, and I'd say just take it easy. Take it easy on yourself. Distract yourself in healthy ways. Read a book, listen to a podcast, listen to an audio book, go for a walk, do some stretching. Okay? You're going to realize that, our whole day in society is just structured around food. So you might be bored, right? You're going to have all of this extra time. This whole day is going to feel like 3 days. All right. So you really just want to get in tune with yourself. Do some things you've been procrastinating on. Journal, read, listen to cool audiobooks and positive, productive audiobooks. I'll also leave a list of audiobooks that really just optimize my mind to be healthy and positive and productive. I'll leave that below, the Light Body Activation Guide, in the description for free. Okay. And then when you come off of this fast, you want to start slow and start light. Okay, so break your fast with something very hydrating, like juicy fruit, cantaloupe, some grapes, some cherries, some pears. Okay, and you want to stock up, like ideally have fruit ready that morning or that day beforehand. All right, because you're gonna go in the store and you're gonna see everything and you're gonna want to eat everything. All right, but just be stocked up. Maybe just go buy some sweet potatoes and some fruit, and you want to eat mostly fruit that day, okay? And you're going to notice that it's going to come out of you really fast. Like right after you eat the fruit, you're going to want to poop out because your colon's a little bit more cleansed and it doesn't have all this waste in there, all right? A lot of people, they break their fast and they go have some avocado toast or a cheeseburger, and it's like, no, your body doesn't want that. It just got done cleansing. It's still cleansing in this 36-hour window, and you're just going to break that and just like cause all this more waste in you. That's not the idea. You want to keep this cleanse going by eating a high water rich food diet per se after this window. So eat lots of fruit that day that you're coming back to food. Your body just spent a whole day, cleansing and just off water. Oh, I do recommend using distilled water as well. You don't want any spring water or like filtered water, because they add these like man-made minerals in there that your body just doesn't recognize. All right, the distilled water, there's nothing in it, and it's just purely hydrating you, and it doesn't bloat you as much. It's way more lighter than any other water. It's boiled down, there's nothing in it, it's just hydration. Okay, so eat lots of juicy fruit the day that you break your fast, and all of the days, like that whole week after. Eat lots of juicy fruit, and do the same thing that you did to prepare yourself for this fast. Lots of salads. All right, the first day you might want a little sweet potato, a little bit, maybe a salad, but the density is going to be a lot for you that first day. All right, so keep it light the first day. Still drink your water, maybe add some lemon or lime if you like. Lots of juicy fruit. Make a salad, a light salad with a light dressing, not so fatty. You don't really want too much fat on that first day. Your fats are your raw nuts and seeds and your avocados and your coconut meat. Those are the 3 fat sources that I recommend you limit your fat sources to in general. and keep those under 15% of your daily calorie intake. But on that first day, I wouldn't have any fat, maybe just a little bit if you really need it, but I would just look towards the steamed sweet potatoes or the steamed squash for your density. They're just easier for your body to break down on that first day. And yeah, just repeat what you did to prepare yourself for this cleanse for the week after. So you want to look at this as a 2-week thing. Take a week to just wean down off the densities and the complexities, come down to the whole water-rich foods, eat full fruit the day before if you can. And then that just makes the detox symptoms so much less intense. Like, it's going to be pretty easy for you to do this versus if you're just eating, lots of meat and pasta and rice the whole week before, and you try to stop eating, you're going to go crazy. Like, you're going to have crazy headaches. Your body adapts to what is familiar. So when you make it familiar to just eat lighter densities and more water rich foods, your body becomes familiar with that, and it's not so intense on the day of. All right. And breaking it, I'd say, is the most important, though. There's been times where I've broken a fast and I was doing good the whole day, and then the night comes and I go get some chips and salsa, and like, that's not it. And there's also been, and you just feel like crap afterwards, and the belly fat comes back. And there's also been times where I've fasted because I binged on a whole bag of chips and a whole jar of salsa, and the next day I fast, and my body is running on that energy, and I just feel like crap, you know? And so also when you eat very clean the night before and the week before, your body is utilizing more of the stored toxic fat within your cells. All right, it's using that as fuel and burning that. Okay, so it's so important to eat clean before and after the fast, or it completely just counteracts it. All right. If you guys have any questions about this, leave it below. I'll answer that. Hopefully this was helpful for you. It's pretty simple. I know this was kind of long, but it's pretty simple. Of just first week before, eat clean. And by clean, I mean water rich. Take out the densities, take out the complexities, gradually come down. Okay. And the day before, try to get a high fruit diet or all fruit diet in. You can use bananas if you want. I highly recommend you. Well, you should. I don't even recommend. The only time you should have bananas is when they're brown spotted like a cheetah. That's when they've converted from starch to natural sugar. That's what your body wants, natural sugar. It's easier for your body to break down, and you're not going to be all bloated and gassy if you're eating, like if you were eating yellow or green bananas. So that's it. Break the fast. That's the most important part. Break the fast. Just have stuff ready for yourself. Have the sweet potatoes even already steamed in the fridge. Have some leafy greens. Have some stuff you can make a little sauce with. But most importantly, you want to prioritize juicy, hydrating fruit the first day, and just keep it going for that 6 or 7 days afterwards. Before, if you are going to add meat back in, or pasta, or any processed foods, give it 6 to 7 days, and then that's when you're going to see at least 7 to 8, maybe even 10 pounds of belly fat gone within 2 weeks. All right, I will see you guys in the next one. Hopefully this was helpful. Let me know your key takeaway of this, or if you have any questions, and I'll get to those. And much love, family. Happy healing. Cheers.